News, my wonderful people. Serious trouble for all 2023 presidential candidates as former military head of state issues warning to Peter Obi, Tinubu, Atiku, others. So this is what is happening right now. This is what is going on. Every one of us, we can see for ourselves how things have been, and we all just have to be very careful. 2023 is around the corner, and the way things are going, unless something changes immediately, we may not be able to truly get out of this. And so the time for us to do all we possibly can to get this nation out of the current state that it is right now is now. So it is of serious urgent attention that Nigerians begin to pay heed and do not allow the same thing to hold us back as a nation, as a people. Let's see what the former military head of state is warning them of. All presidential candidates seeking to contest the 2023 polls have been urged to caution their spokesperson. This call to the presidential candidate was made by the National Peace Committee led by General Abdulsalim Abubakar and Right Reverend Matthew Kolka. According to the NPC, it is important that the candidates and those who speak on their behalf take the peace accord signed seriously in the heart of the election. A former military head of state, Abu Salim, on Monday, November the 14th, called on all 2023 presidential candidates to caution those who speak on their behalf. Abu Salim made the call through the National Peace Committee NPC over the rising tension and attacks by politicians and their spokesperson ahead of 2023 general election. The presidential candidates contesting for the 2023 polls have been urged to caution their spokesperson. This is in line with recent attacks that has been coming on presidential candidates. Daily Trust reports that Abu Salim, the NPC conveyor, in a joint statement with Most Reverend Matthew Hassan Koka and head of NPC Secretary Reverend Atta Akindo, said the committee has washed their sadness and of issues based on campaign among politicians since September 28. The NPC noted that since the Independent National Electoral Commission lifted the ban on campaign hunting of unprintable words by politicians, spokesperson has become order of the day. This is what they do as they continue to go around and say words that are not right in terms of what has been issued. He added that the political actors cannot pretend to be oblivion of the peace accord that has been signed and must be careful and cautious. And not to allow this to happen. Anyone who breaks this peace accord will face it daily. We will not allow any of such to go free. It must be dealt with accordingly. So this is what is happening. Abu Salim has said everyone who is involved, who has signed this peace accord, must keep to the terms and conditions, and nobody must be allowed, to roam free in terms of all that has gone on. Every one of us must rise up together, and we cannot allow the same thing over and over again. The time to rise up, the time not to allow politicians who have no iota of truth and concern for this nation to do what they are doing is now. Every one of us must rise up to it. Every single one of us must do all we can and bring Nigeria out of the present predicament. The days upon us have come to show to us again and again that in light of all that is going on, if something is not done immediately to change all that is going on, we can continue, we will not be able to get the truth out of what is happening right now. So you see, all that is happening, there are clear indications that every one of us must come out of this. There is peace accord being signed. However, the words that are coming out are so very terrible words. people attacking the other person, allowing, their supporters to go on and speak unprintable words. It's not fair. That's not what makes your person win. Go on, be focused, ensure that whoever you are supporting, is bringing something fresh to the table. Listen, if you have something to deliver, you don't need to campaign too much. The people will come to you naturally. Can you see what's happening to Peter Obi? It will come to you naturally. You will not be the one to be chasing after them. It will come to you naturally. So these are some of the things that are going on, and why we all together must ensure that the right things are done, and done properly. The right things must be done decently and in order for Nigeria to become a nation and a people and a person. We must come out of those who are lying to us, and giving us all kinds of feebles. We must come out of it and ensure that at the end of the day, Nigeria becomes a better place. Okay, Nigeria becomes a better place for every one of us. See the nation today, see all that is going on. Why do we continue to allow these people, okay, to keep us down and to put us in devastating situation? It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. So it is very, very wrong, with the current things that are going on in the country, to allow people who do not have an iota of concern to be determinants of what is happening to our future. Let's come out of this. Let's bring Nigeria to the place where she ought to be. Let's ensure that we do not allow people who have no iota of concern to become leaders. See what they are doing. If you will win, you don't need to go and check how elections are done in other nations of the country. You don't need to fight too much. You will not need to fight too much. It comes naturally. You will not need to fight too much. You will not need to break the bank or do something for the thing to just come naturally. So that's part of what is going on, and why we all with one accord must ensure that we do not allow the same thing over and over again. It is time for urgent attention, and let's be drawn to it. Let's understand that there is something seriously going on. The songwriter says there is fire on the mountain. Funny enough, he's a Nigerian artist. He said, but nobody seemed to be on the run. What an irony. When there are issues, people should take urgent steps immediately to ensure that such issues are not allowed to continue. Can you see that every one of us must rise up and do not allow the same thing over and over again? Here you go. There you go. There you have it. A nation of people where, lies have become the order of the day, keeping the people aback, keeping the nation in a very terrible situation. People who should be protecting the nation are the very ones destroying it because of gain, personal gain, affluence, influence, wealth. It's terrible, but guess what, sweetheart? This is what is happening. And that's why it's a time for urgent call for every one of us to rise up to it and not allow the same thing over and over again. Once upon a time, we were taken away by people who are selfish. Again, it's now again. Bye for now.